we are the group one. We will talk about the business model and its revolutionary changes behind the business model in the traditional pharmacy and also in the digital pharmacy. We will talk about the differentiations between the new digital models and the traditional models. So first, we begin with the text one.
So task one is about the business model behind the product Smart Tools. From the resource perspective, first, the crucial value creation partners, including the artificial pancreas manufacturers. Since the Smart Tools is a supporting device for the artificial pancreas, so it will be used together with this product. And the artificial pancreas manufacturers can also provide the sales channel for the Smart Tools. And then the diabetologist and the dentist, since the Smart Tools will be installed and maintained with the help of the dentist, so they are also very important the partners. And then the insurance companies, if the insurance companies can provide the reimbursements, then the consumers may be more likely to buy to use this product, so which can increase the sales number of this product. And also since the Smart Tools can help to decrease the diseases, which will be also an incentive for the insurance to provide the reimbursement. And then the key resources, which include the knowledge of diabetes and the relevance between the diabetes and the patient diet. Maybe they were already reported in some papers. And then the clinical experiment resources and the experiences, and also the existing distribution channels, including sold through the dentist and also the AP manufacturers. Then the core competencies including the research about diabetes, including the R&D activities, and then the education for doctor, dentists, and the sales staffs to help persuade the consumers to buy the product, and also the capabilities to reach for medical approval, because since the Smart Tools is a kind of medical device, so it should obtain approval before it can be sold. Then please, Karim. Thanks.
Okay, now we have let Karen to present the market perspective of the business model. Karen, please.
Thank you. So from the market perspective, what we want from this sphere of exclusivity is to protect the willingness to pay of the customers. So this includes protection of our unique selling proposition that is based on improved calculations for insulin injections, releasing patients from thinking of diabetes, reduction of the workload for blood tests, as these tests are no longer much needed, measuring amounts and composition of food intake, detecting eating habits and eating carbohydrates through the tooth, and a user-friendly smartphone application. And we also want to protect the market access and market position through protecting target group that includes diabetes patients, artificial pancreas suppliers, and dentists. And also customer relationship, including exchange with physicians, social media interaction with patients, and also protecting the sales channels that include direct sales via physicians, and the App Store for the Smart Tooth freemium application. And next is Antoine, if I'm not wrong. Really?
No, it's Francesca.
Yeah.
So task 2 is about the difference between traditional pharma and digital pharma. Traditional pharma, usually we have one substance that is developed for the treatment of disease. So it's more empirical technologies. And the competitor structure is usually well known because it's the same field. So there are usually just other pharma and life science companies that are taken in consideration as a competitor. In relation to the type of patent, we have usually one patent or few patents related to the product. On the other side, in the digital pharma, we do not have any more like just one substance, but it's more like a system, like for the smart tooth, where we have like a sensor, some algorithm for the evaluation of the insulin. Then there is the data processing, transmission, and also like the final app for the so to check the final data. So we have a more like complex technology, and as a consequence, also the competitors' world is way more heterogeneous because we have to consider not just the pharma companies, but also software programmers, so analytical supplier, platform suppliers, and so on. So each aspect of the product then is developed. And also from the patent point of view, we have usually a multitude of patents that are covering different aspects of the product, but of course are related just to one single product.
And so with respect to the strategies, as we know, for a traditional pharma company, it's a fortress monopoly strategy, where the whole product can be covered by so limited number of patents. It's relatively easy to enforce the patent and to prove the infringement. So yes, large portfolio, market barriers, and consistent actions against infringement. It's a fortress monopoly. And for the digital pharma, the conditions are different. It's less easy to cover the whole product. Even so, we had a discussion on the possibility to protect the teeth product as a whole by several patents, but still it's more difficult. And there are existing known solutions from third parties. So for IP, it means that we need to focus on user-relevant features and on key features to obstruct competitors with a further communication and protection, and so that's the value-added monopoly.
So in continuation, discussing the IP strategy, we have also the organization structure to carry on. For the traditional pharma, we basically have those large portfolios, and we have the really early applications, despite the uncertainty of the likelihood, the potential use of the product in the future. We have the market barriers and the consistent action against the infringers. And from the digital pharma, what we have is slightly different. So instead of really big portfolios, we have the protection based on the user relevant features. So we have seen some part of the smart tooth and the artificial pancreas technologies in relation to it, and how the softwares will combine this the release of the insulin and also the collection of data and the parameter set and everything else. So have them strategic patents that will obstruct competitors, is slightly different of a bunch of patents that we usually see in the traditional pharma. And the documentation and protection needs to be faster. So this is also something that we can see from the case use when they are saying about the fast connection that they have not only with the sellers, so the physicians, but also the collection of data that they can have as the user touch points will be functioning along of the journey with the customer. So in comparison with the benefits from both, we do have the protection of the returns of innovation in the traditional pharma, and they avoid the infringement by those really big block of patents. And therefore, it will raise entry barrier, so it will reduce the potential of new players in the same field. From the digital pharma, we have the cost reduction, so the portfolios are optimized and they are aligned with the business strategy. And then the profit contribution of a single IP asset, it's more visible. Okay, we could say it. And from the organization, it's slightly different. So the traditional pharma, we have the close alignment with the R&D and the IP functions. So it's a legal administrative orientation basis. But from the digital pharma, we have a close alignment with IP and the management and marketing. So the business goals and vision drives more the IP. They are really interlinked. And IP has a legal and administrative orientation for the department. So this is what we can call as the differentiation between the protection center in the traditional pharma and the differentiation center in the digital pharma. Thank you.
Take a look on the differences between protection center and the differentiation center in view of three different processes. At first, IP strategy development in a protection center is very much focused on the substance itself in pharma business. The early protection is of fortress monopoly is here the core, and it's about this is done by the classical tandem IP department with R&D. In the differentiation center, it's much more complex. Here we have the question why should people buy our product? What do we want to communicate? What's the IP we need? So we're starting from the business model, deriving IP targets, and this is for sure done not only by R&D, but very important by market. By functions which have a close contact to the market, product management, marketing, etc. The second process, the patent application process. In a protection center in traditional pharma, it's again very much focused on a certain substance and on the potential success of a substance in future. Again, a thing which is done between IP function and R&D, whereas in a differentiation center, it's about getting the exclusivity for a certain customer benefit, securing a unique selling proposition. And here again, we need especially market-oriented functions like product management and marketing. The third process, the competition monitoring. Here it's about to find out what the competitors are doing, and also and in combination with an infringement detection to avoid risks of infringing third-party IP. In a protection center, this process is focused on a certain product. So it's a kind of more, let's say, technology-oriented view. The typical process users is product management with IP management. Yeah, maybe R&D is not mentioned, but I think might be also relevant. Whereas in a differentiation center, it's not only the it's not only similar products, so that more technological or oriented view, but also a customer benefit oriented view. So also solutions which might be different but having a similar customer benefit are have to be monitored here, and for consequently marketing, sales, so the product functions which know very well the customer wishes have to be integrated in the differentiation center in this process. That's it. Thank you very much.